Hello everyone, I'm Paul McGuire Grimes. If you don't already know Jonathan Majors from Lovecraft Country or Defy of Bloods, add him to your list of top Hollywood talent just on the verge of superstardom. Now before we see him in Creed 3, he squares off against Ant-Man and Ant-Man and the Wasp: QUANTUMANIA. It's in theaters Friday and I want to talk about it. This is Paul's trip to the movies. Now, we first saw Majors as Kang the Conqueror in the final episode of Loki Season 1. Now, he's been teased as the next massive Marvel villain, really rivaling Thanos. In Ant-Man and the Wasp: QUANTUMANIA, we learn that he's been stuck in the quantum realm with Michelle Pfeiffer's character, Janet Van Dyne. Now, to recap, the quantum realm is a subatomic universe that is full of mystery and power. Now, back on normal-sized Earth, Paul Rudd Scott Lang would like a break from being an Avenger. He's written a memoir, but would just rather spend his time being dad to his daughter Cassie, who's played by Catherine Newton. She's following in the family footsteps by studying quantum and really giving herself powers. Now, that is until her new device sucks herself, Scott, Janet, Hope, and Hank into the quantum realm. It's a world unlike anything else that they would have expected, but full of danger once they learn that Kang the Conqueror is after Scott and Cassie. The film also stars Michael Douglas, Evangeline Lilly, and William Jackson Harper. Ant-Man and the Wasp: QUANTUMANIA is the third Ant-Man movie and marks the beginning of Phase 5 for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's once again directed by Peyton Reed, who directed the other Ant-Man movies, and comes with a screenplay by Jeff Loveness, who is new to writing a Marvel movie. Now, the Ant-Man movies have always leaned into the sillier side of Marvel, just given the nature of this character. And Peyton Reed and his design team really lean into this heavily with this third outing, really giving it a Star Wars feel with its creatures and goblins and environments. It really brought me back to those syndicated sci-fi series from the 90s, like Babylon 5 or Stargate. Now, some of this works well with Bill Murray's character and even the truly bizarre MODOK. He is this floating head with tiny arms and legs that's just truly wacky and absurd. But the challenge for me comes with, much like I saw and commented on with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. They're relying too heavily on CGI to build these worlds. And yes, I get it, this is a Marvel movie, they have to do that. But Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Spider-Man No Way Home, they still felt grounded in a realism. It's hard to feel that tangible reality or have high stakes here, especially when the special effects feel quite sloppy at times. It's very apparent when actors are running around on a set but don't know where their markers are or don't know where the sets and the creatures will be added in around them. Now, the whole story asks these questions of who is Kang and who is Janet? And it's that mystery that really keeps this story going despite some of the bad dialogue. Now, once we get that first showdown between Jonathan Majors and Michelle Pfeiffer, the film really starts to have some energy and fervor. And Majors and Pfeiffer are just electric together, and it really reminds us of the stakes at hand with this story. Michelle Pfeiffer always knows how to slay a role, and Majors is an absolute force with the stillness that he brings to Kang. There's this menacing quality bubbling up under the surface while still building empathy for the character. The conflict between them felt real when everything else around them doesn't. Now, there does continue to be discussion and conversations regarding the multiverse, and we know that Kang's chapter is far from over. I'm going to give this a moderate recommendation thanks to Jonathan Majors and Michelle Pfeiffer. And of course, make sure to stick around for the 2 credit sequence scenes. I'm pretty confident saying that I actually enjoyed the first one far more than the rest of the movie itself. I'm giving Ant-Man and the Wasp: QUANTUMANIA 3 out of 5 ticket stubs. If you like my review today, click subscribe on my YouTube channel. I have reviews of a ton of the other Marvel movies, the Marvel TV shows. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Paul's Movie Trip. I'd love to hear from you. Leave me a comment here on YouTube or on social media. What are you most looking forward to for this Phase 5? You know, we've got a new Guardians of the Galaxy movie coming later this year. We have the Marvels also coming later this year. Let me know your thoughts. And then go to my website, paulstriptothemovies.com, for more reviews. Thank you so much for watching my review of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. This is Paul's Trip to the Movies.